So what I'm going to do in a few weeks, folks, is, well, next week actually, I am in work on Tuesday, and what we've been told is we need to go in and make the office completely paper free. So we've got to go in on Tuesday and get rid of every bit of paper in the office. Meanwhile, what I am going to do is I'm going to copy this book that we've been working from, and I'm going to send you all a copy in the post.
Right.
I've got your addresses on Pro Monitor, hopefully, and then you will be able to kind of work through it a bit better while it's in front of you and complete it. I also have a last year's exam. I managed to buy a copy of last year's exam off eBay. So once we work through the book, I will get, you'll probably have seen me then, you'll have been back in college, but I will get you a copy of that exam as well, and we can start working through it and clearing up any anomalies that we have. We'll carry on with Friday afternoons. However, things are changing now because there's meetings and, you know, whatever. So providing, if anything happens, I'll let you know. But we'll carry on with Friday afternoons. So last week we were looking at transposition. Let me just share my screen with you. Hopefully you guys can see my browser.
Yeah.
And we were transposing things up and down a major second. Now, up and down a major second, so we were going, for example, from C. Sorry, it was up a second. So if we were going from C, what's a second from C? A second, D, yeah? Or we were going the other way, so if the piece was in B flat, we would go down to A flat. So this week we're looking at transposition up and down, or up or down a minor third. Okay. I want to be able to have the keyboard there as well at the same time. So we can see. Get off the keyboard, the cat is. Right, so what we're looking at then, exercise 7, we are halfway through the book, by the way. So we're about halfway through, and I think we've done about 8 or 9 lessons, and they'll all be there for you to review. So what I'm gonna message the rest of the group in a couple of weeks and say start looking over these videos, so you've got half a clue what we've been doing. Okay, so concert pitch of instruments is a minor third below than it's written. This is for instruments like cornet, clarinet, they're in A. You know, last week when we discussed like trumpets and saxophones that are in B flat and E flat, cornets, clarinets and the likes are all in A. So a clarinet on A or on a trumpet in A, the note that you actually hear is the A below. So music is then written in C major, actually sounds like A major. In the same way, you would have to write music in E flat major if you had a concert pitch of C. Okay, so that's a bit of gobbledygook, that basically. What it means is that when a clarinet reads a C, the noise that comes out is an A. So it's a minor third below. If we go to C on the piano, you'll see that is C, B, A, minor third below, or 3 semitones, 1, 2, 3, is a minor third below. So if we want a clarinet or a cornet or any of those things to play a C, we must write the music a minor third above. So what's a minor third above C?
D sharp, is it?
E flat, because it's a third, isn't it, from C, and then we lower it to make it a minor third. So you're right, but we must call it an E flat because it's a lowered third rather than a raised second, if you know what I mean. It's all very complicated, isn't it? But what you've got to remember is that what comes out of a clarinet is a third below, so we must write it a third above what we want it to play. That's it in a nutshell, really. That does explain it there, but it seems a bit convoluted to me, that. So, for example, if we want a clarinet to play an F, we've got to write it a minor third above F, because what comes out is a minor third below, if that makes sense. So if we want F to come out, that pitch, we have to write it a minor third above. So what's a minor third above F? A lowered third.
A flat.
Well done, yeah, A flat. So we'd have to write it in A flat for what to, so that an F would come out. Because if we ask them to play that, what will come out was a minor third below. So we've got to pick that up at the other end and make it higher, a minor third higher, so that the right note comes out. Do you know what I mean? So if we had an ensemble and we had a trumpet in B flat, a French horn in F, and a clarinet in A, and we give them all a piece in concert C, what would come out would be all different because they're in different keys. So we have to pick that up at the other end and transpose it properly so that what comes out is a concert F. Yeah? Okay, so these passages are notated for instruments in A. So they are a minor third above what will come out because they're already notated in A. Write them out at concert pitch, i.e. a minor third lower. Okay, so it's asking us to write them out a minor third lower. So it's given us a little example there. Okay, so what key are we in if it's got two flats?
E flat.
B flat major, well done. Or what's the alternative?
Minor.
Yeah, B flat major or G minor. Yeah, so we go back three, don't we, or we go up three. So if we're in B, we'd go 1, 2, 3 to find the minor. So we're in B flat major, or we could be in G minor. What are we thinking, guys? What's that first note there?
B.
To B. Yeah, B.
Yeah, so start on a B.
B
Yeah,
flat.
yeah, we're in B flat major, and we also, it's a march. If you can imagine, you know, in the military when they're doing all these whatever, not many of those are minor, are they? You don't see people marching to sad music, unless it's the funeral march and things like that. But you know what I'm saying?
Salute.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in B flat major. It's asking us to transpose it a minor third below. So a minor third below, we're there. And we need to go, so we're in B flat, we need to go a minor third below. So what is
G
B?
minor.
What is B the minor third of? That's what you got to think of. What is B flat the minor third of? Or we can go back 3 semitones. It's up to you. Sorry?
E.
Not E.
E.
So if we go back 3 semitones, 1,
G.
2, 3, we're in G. Yeah?
I said G.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said B. I thought you said B. Sorry, well done, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we've gone back 3 semitones, or B flat is the minor third of G, isn't it? Because it's a third and then we've lowered it. So you can do it either way. Okay, so what we've done is put the right key signature in, hasn't he, for G? And then he's basically followed the melody. So the first note there is a B, it's the tonic of the key. So the new key, it will be the tonic. And it's a G, and so on and so forth.
It's tone below, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a minor third below. That's what he's done. So the next one then, let's see if we can make this slightly bigger. Someone's put a very helpful G sharp in there for some reason. Let's see if it's right. I don't know. I don't even know where I got these books. I acquired them over the years. I never bought any of these books. They've just been lying around college or whatever. So, okay, so the next one then, we need to go a minor third below. So we are in, what key has got 3 flats?
E.
E flat, not E, that's got 4 sharps.
No,
So it's got to be
E flat.
Yeah, E flat, good. So we're on E flat. Now you can think, what is E flat the minor third of? Which key? Or you can go back 3 semitones. So where are we going to be there?
D flat.
C.
C.
T.
Yeah. So we're there. We go back 3 semitones. 1, 2, 3. And it brings us to C. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to put the time signature and the key signature in and all that sort of stuff. So what's the key signature for C?
No sharps, no flats.
No sharps, no flats, well done. So I'm going to put my really terrible treble clef in that's not even around G, should be, there we go. The key signature, which is nothing because we're in C major. And then I'm going to put my common time in, which means what?
4/4.
4/4,
4/4,
the most common of the times. Yeah, we don't have to worry about transposing rests because there's no pitch, so we just put them in. And then the first note then, okay, what's the first note in that key?
E
E what? What's in the key signature?
flat.
E flat, well done, because it's flat in the key signature. So it's the tonic of the key. So what's the first note going to be on this one?
C
Flat.
Okay, so we're in E flat, and the first note is an E flat. So the next one we're in C. So what's the first note going to be?
B.
B
Who said
C.
B? Did anyone say B?
C
C, well done, sorry, maybe it's my good. Okay, so what you have to do then, don't forget to put your P in. You got it, it's important that you do a P. And then you can basically follow the kind of lines and spaces, can't you? So if this one goes down, this one will go down. And then this one we're up a fifth, or you can just go down on the line, yeah, because we're down a third, aren't we? Good. This one's the next one down, so it will be there. If you have a look as well, if this one's on the line here, this one's on the line below. That's how it works in a third, because the space would be a second and the line below is a third, if that makes sense. So if this one's on that line there, this one's going to be on the line below, this one's on the space there, this one's on the space below, and so on and so forth. Don't forget to put these fellas in. What does that mean?
Oh, that means it goes
accenting.
loud and then gradually goes quieter.
Well done, Liam. So it's a crescendo and a diminuendo. So it means it's gradually got louder and then it goes quieter again. It's almost like a little speaker, isn't it? You can kind of see it's like the sound's coming out loud and then the sound goes out quieter. Now what we have to do is kind of worry about, don't know who's put that G sharp in, so we'll figure it out. We'll ignore that because oh yeah, it is right, yeah. Okay, so we'll figure this out. So what we're doing is a minor third below. So if this one's on that line, it will be there. This one's on the line below. This one goes there. This one goes there. Okay, so in this key, in the key of E flat, well done, thank you. Whoever's putting that in, great. In the key of E flat, we've got a B natural here, but it's B flat in the key signature. So it's been raised by a semitone. Yeah, so what we need to do is raise this one by a semitone as well. Does that make sense? So in the key signature, it's a B flat. It's been made a B natural. So it's been raised by a semitone. So in the new one, we need to raise this G by a semitone as well. So what do we do to it?
Sharpen it.
Well done. And that gives us the G sharp there. That's why that's G sharp. You've got to look in the key signature and say, right, why is that accidental there? Why has it been manipulated and what have they done to it? So it's a flat, it's become a natural, so it's gone up by a semitone. So we need to do exactly the same. There's no sharps or flats in this key signature, we're in C in the new one. So we just need to raise it, which makes it a G sharp. And then obviously we just put this in, blah, blah, blah. We need to make sure that goes in as well, which we haven't learned yet. Zartung mit, blah, blah. Any clues? We haven't done the German ones yet, have we? Let's have a look.
No idea.
No idea. What do we think it means? Und mit. Oh, struck. Let's have a look. Und mit or struck. There we go. What does it mean? Delicate and tender, apparently. There's art. Still doesn't tell me the full translation, does it? Ah, delicate and expressive. There we go. So that's what that means. So has anybody got any questions so far? Is this making sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
minor
well, maybe-
third, back three semitones, or you've got to think, what is this key the minor third of? That's the trick, okay. So the next one then, we have, let's make this a little bit bigger.
C.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so this is the next one we have. We're going down a minor third. Again, so what key are we in there, guys?
A.
We're in what?
Well, one flat.
No, it'll be in the key signature, won't it?
Yeah,
What
see,
key is
it's
it?
A then.
Not A.
What?
It's C, but it's his car on it in A. It's C, isn't it?
Oh, no, that means the instrument is in A. That doesn't mean that's the key of the music. The last one said it was in A as well, look. It just means that's the key that the instrument's in. You know, like a trumpet's in B flat or whatever. So there's no sharps or flats here. So we've got two possibilities, haven't we? What keys are we possibly in?
There's a
Come on.
flat at the start,
A
and then
minor.
there's a sharp.
Yeah, but that's not in the key signature, is it? They're accidentals throughout the piece. There's no key signature, which would be there. It usually goes clef, key, time. So the key signature would be there, wouldn't it?
Mm.
So these are accidentals throughout the piece, not a key signature. So we've got two possibilities there. We've got no sharps or flats at the beginning. So it's either C or what's the other possibility?
A minor.
A minor, well done, okay. So it's asking us to go back a minor third. It's asking us to okay, so what do we think we're in? Do we think we're in A or A minor or C?
Let's say A minor.
A minor, yeah. Good, because it starts on, well, it starts on an A flat, doesn't it? It's a bit of a weird one, this. Okay, so let's go from the major key then. We are in, there's no sharps or flats, so we call it C because it's full of accidentals, that, and it actually ends on a G. So if we go down a minor third from C, what key are we in? So we have to go back three semitones.
A.
1, 2, 3.
A.
Yeah, good. So we have to put a key signature in of A then. So put your key signature in of A. How many sharps are in A?
Three.
Well done. So you have to put your 3 sharps in. I'll just quickly draw them in. So F, C, and G. Okay, now here's where things get a bit tricky because we don't start on the tonic note, do we? So that's where things get a bit weird. But we know it's down a minor third, so it's got to go there. It's got to be some sort of F, hasn't it? 3, 4. Okay, so in relation to the key of this, what have we got there? What note is that in relation to C? Is it the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth? It's an A flat. So if we're in the key of C major and we think a bit of numbers, what number is A? So we've got C, D, E, F, G, A, yeah? So it's a sixth, but it's a lowered sixth, isn't it? Because it's an A flat. So we have to consider that. Okay, so in the new key, we're in the key of A. What's the sixth of A?
6.
A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, okay. So we need to lower it though. So in the key, we've got an F sharp. So what do we make this to make it a lowered sixth?
Just F natural.
F natural, well done, Liam.
F flat, wouldn't it?
No, because in the key, it's an F sharp, isn't it? So to lower it by a semitone, we have to make it a natural. Yeah? Makes sense? Has Liam gone?
No, Jack's just disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack, yeah. Does that make sense, guys? So what we've got here is we start on the sixth of the key and it's lowered. We're starting on the sixth of the key, which is an F sharp, and it's lowered. So it's an F natural. Now, if there's no accidentals, we can quite happily just sort of follow the pattern there. So this one's on that line. This one will go on the line below.
Jack said that his internet's being really bad.
Oh dear. Okay.
He said he's going to watch the video.
Okay. This one. So if this one's on that line, where will it go then? There's no accidental, so that's fine. So where will it go if we're down a third? Someone plonk a dot on the line if you can.
There we are.
Well done, brilliant. So it's on this line, so it's always the line below because we're working in a third. Great. So the next one, it's the same note, but it's been raised by a semitone, isn't it? So what we need to do is check the key signature. What note is this?
B.
It's a B. Is there a B sharp in the key signature?
No.
Should be double.
So we need to raise this by a semitone, don't we? It's a B natural in this instance. So
Double
what do
sharp.
yeah, so we make it sharp. Well done, yeah. So we put a sharp in. So the point is, each time there's an accidental in the melody here, we have to account for it in the new one. If there's no accidental, it's easy peasy, isn't it? We're just going down lines or spaces. Well done, Liam. I think you've put that in. Okay, so the next one then.
No.
So
that wasn't me.
so was it you? Was it you, Chris? Oh, well done. Okay. So the next one, all we've done there is he's naturalised that B again at that note again, hasn't he? It's the same one, but he's made it a natural. So we need to do the same with ours. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this one's, he's gone for a D sharp there, and then he's made that D natural there because he wants to play a D natural. So we've raised ours to a B sharp. We now need to go to a B natural. Okay, and then this one. Okay, guys, do you want to try and put the last bar in for me then? So well done, Chris. So you've got the right idea there. So just put all the notes in and then we'll consider the accidentals. Yeah, good. Brilliant, that's the idea completely, yeah. Yeah, good. Yep, fantastic. I'll just start putting these lines in. They're all in the right place, which is really good. Now be careful, you have to think about, is it a sharp or are we raising it? Do you know what I mean? It could be already sharp in the key, in which case we'd have to double sharp it, so we need to consider that. You're probably right, I just want to go through the process. Okay, so
it should be double.
Well, we'll have a look, we'll check it out. So in this case, it's at, we've got an F sharp there, so it's just been raised by a semitone. In this case, it's a D. So you were right, we just raise it by a semitone because that's not sharp in the key. If it was sharp in the key, to raise it by another semitone, we would have to double sharp it. So yeah, that's right. Okay, now this time we have a flat here. So this note has been lowered by a semitone. In the initial key, in the key of C, we've got an E flat, so we've lowered it by a semitone. In this case, it's a C. Okay, so we need to lower that C by a semitone. In the key signature, is that C sharp? It is, isn't it? Yeah, Chris is nodding at me. It is, so it's a sharp in this case. So to lower it by a semitone, what do we need to do? If it's sharp and we need to lower it, what do we do?
It'll be natural.
Well done. Perfect, yeah, good. Okay, in this instance, this C's been raised by a semitone. So we need to raise this one by a semitone. We're going to check the key signature. Is A sharp? Is there an A sharp in there? No? So we just need to put the sharp in, don't we? Because it's not already sharp in the key. We're checking if this note's got a sharp, because then we'd have to raise it again. And then the next two are just the same as well, only down a third. We'd have to put all this, make sure we've got moderato in. What's moderato? Do we know?
Moderate volume.
Moderate speed. So you're right, but it's not in relation to volume, that one. It's in relation to speed. This one is in relation to volume, isn't it? What does that mean? You'd have to put that in.
Moderate loud.
Moderately larger. So espressivo means expressive, doesn't it? That one's easy. Really hard to write. But anything that goes in the original melody would have to go in the one you've done, moderato. Okay, any questions so far? No? We all okay? Is it getting easier, do you think? Yeah?
Getting easier to understand, yeah.
Yeah, I think...
I have a question about, sorry.
No, please, go on.
I have a question about this notes.
Yes.
So, for example, when we have flats, but
Yeah.
we have a key signature sharps, so we raise a semitone, yeah? Or we just put from flat to natural and from natural to sharp, yeah?
Whatever has happened to the note in the original melody, we must do in the melody that we're writing out. So we need to look and say, has this been raised by a semitone or has it been lowered? And then we do exactly the same in the new melody, whether that be to flatten it, sharpen it, or make it natural. So if it's sharp in the new melody and we need to make it down a semitone, we make it natural, don't we? If it's natural and we need to move it down a semitone, we make it flat.
Yeah, but in this first note, yeah, we have A flat.
Yes.
And in the second, after transposition,
Yes.
transpose,
Yeah.
we have F
natural.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's a lower third, yeah, and
Minor
we have sharps.
A minor third. Yeah.
Minor third, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have sharps. That's why it's just raised, yeah.
Yeah.
To natural, from
exactly.
flat to natural.
Exactly. So we have an A flat.
Yeah.
So it's a lowered note. So we need to lower this note.
Yeah.
It's in the key signature. It's an F sharp.
Yeah.
So we make it natural. So whatever has happened here, so this note, anything with an accidental, we need to do the same in the melody we're going to write out. Yeah? Makes sense? But you must check the key signature. That's the trick, isn't it? Okay, let's clear that one. Okay, now the next one is we're going up a semitone, up a minor third. So it's the same thing. The only difference is we're going the other way. So let's have a little look at this. Andante moderato, We had a look at andante last week. What does andante mean? Can you remember? I'll take that as a no. Andante is at a walking pace. Okay, so yeah, that's all right. Well, we've got loads of time to test you on there. We've got till May, don't forget. We've got tons of time to test you.
Walking what?
Andante.
Is walking?
Walking pace, yeah. So it's like a sort of,
Okay.
yeah, a walking pace. So all these directions in the beginning are to do with speed or tempo or, you know, how fast or slow things are. So andante is walking pace, moderato is moderately, as we know. Legato is smooth, so this piece is soft and smooth and at a moderate pace, so nothing too exciting there really in terms of tempo and things. Okay, so what key are we if we have 4 sharps?
E.
E, well done, like a razor sharp there, Chris. Boom, yeah, E. So what we have to think is, what is E the minor third of? Or we're going to go back 3 semitones, okay? So we're in E, we're going to go back 3 semitones.
D flat.
D flat or?
C sharp.
Okay, why has it done that? Okay, let me just have a look at that. So, okay, we're going up a minor third, aren't we? That's why I'm talking.
Yeah,
I was like, why is it G? Okay, so this time we're moving up a minor third, so it's up 3 semitones. Okay, so we're in E as we've figured out. We're going up 3 semitones, so we go 1, 2, 3. We're in G. So they've put the key signature of G in. Are we all agreed that's G?
Yes.
Great, okay, so now what we're doing is we're moving up a line or space, aren't we? If this one's started on this one, on this line, on the G line, this is the line above. This one started on the G line, this is the line above, so on and so forth. Now this one's pretty easy, I think, until we get to here, isn't it? And then we have to think, oh blimey, what's happened here? It looks to me like a load of notes have been raised by a semitone, doesn't it? If we have a look in the original key, we've got F, C, G and D sharp. They're all sharp in the original key, aren't they? Because we're in E. So what we need to do is this D here was obviously a D sharp at one point and they've lowered it by a semitone, they've made it natural. So what we need to do is account for that in the new melody. So we're going to write it in. Okay, guys, so this one then, where does this go? This is where we're up to. Where are we going to put this one in? Where are we going to put this note in?
It should be G sharp.
No, we don't put any sharps or anything in at the moment.
Just G, yeah? G.
Yeah, because there's no accidentals there, so we just put it in. Great, okay, yeah, that's perfect. The next one, so if we're on that line, we're going to go up a line. Great, yeah.
A, no G, yeah?
Yeah. Well done. That one's up a line, isn't it? Yeah. So Chris has really got the hang of this. That's really good. Well done. So upper third really is pretty easy, isn't it? It's just the one above or below. So we do all that. I'll carry on putting your stems in. Okie dokie, yeah. The line or space above. Yep. Well done. Okay. So that's that bar in a fashion. Obviously, when you come to do your exam, it'll all look lovely, won't it? It won't look like there's some spiders on the page. They look like little spiders. Okay, so the next one then, plonk our note in a minor third above. So we need to put it in this space. Okay, now in the key, like I said, that was a D sharp at some point and they've lowered it by a semitone. So this is an F. In the key signature, what is F? Sharp, well done Chris, I'm lip reading. So to lower a sharp by a semitone, what do we put here? Come on Shemak, you can do this. So it's a sharp.
Sorry, what now?
It's an F sharp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because sharp is in the key signature.
Natural.
Yes, well done. That's the one. Yeah, so we put a natural sign in. Great. Okay, so plonk this one on the line. Now, this is a C sharp in the original melody. We've lowered it by a semitone. We've made it a natural. So we need to lower this one. In the original key, this is natural, isn't it? Because we've only got an F sharp. So everything else is natural. So what do we do to this one? It's natural. We need to lower it.
It's a flat.
Well done. And then we carry on about our business. Blah, blah, blah. Putting all these in, etc. And then these are the same notes, aren't they? As this one. You have a look. So we just need to do the same again there. So that will be an F natural. So it's lowered. That will be an E flat because it's been lowered, and so on and so forth. Yep, Shemak's literally got his head in his hands there. He's going, right, okay. That one okay? Easy peasy, okay. And obviously, as you can see, they've made sure that they've got all the bits in, haven't they? So in the example, he's put all the bits and bobs in, and that's fine. Okay, let's have a go at one on our own now. I am going to give you this one to do. Okay, let's see what else I've got. Hang on one sec. Don't do anything yet. There's one more thing I had. Is the right one? Okay. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay, so I want you guys to figure it out now because I've been talking at you quite a bit. So this one's going to go up. Okay, so we need to figure out what key we're in, and then we need to go up a minor third. So what key are we in? I'm going to take a back seat for this one.
The D major.
D major, fantastic. So what do we do to go up a minor third? So 3 semitones on the keyboard, which
B minor.
Pardon?
B minor.
Not B, that's the relative minor, but we're not going to the minor. We are going up a minor third. So
it's B.
Nope. So we're in D, and we're going up 3 semitones from D. Have a look at the keyboard.
But behind or above? Ahead.
Above, yeah. So 3 semitones above or a minor third.
So it's F, yeah, so it's F.
F. So what's our key signature we need to put in then if it's F?
Flat.
No, that's the key signature of G, isn't it? That's 1 sharp. So the key signature of F is slightly different. What did we say about F?
1 flat.
Oh,
B
one
flat.
B flat, well done. So it should have a B flat in there. And the flat should be on the B, which is on the middle line. Got company answering the questions. Okay, yeah, fantastic. No, you can't sit there. So, yeah, great. Okay, so we put the rest in. Brilliant. We're going up a third, so you can literally start popping them notes in. The only thing we have to worry about is the accidental. Yeah, grand. Well done, Chris. That's it, exactly. Yep. Yeah, good. Yeah. So in this case, what we need to think about is we've got an A sharp in there. So it's been raised by a semitone. In this key, it's going to be a C. We need to raise it by a semitone. This key's only got a B flat. So it's a natural. What do we do to raise it by a semitone?
Make it sharp.
Make it sharp.
Then again,
well done. Yeah.
Then again, would that just be an accidental because
Yep.
there's no sharps in that key?
Exactly. There's just 1 flat, isn't there?
Alright.
Because
Yeah.
our new key is the key of F, so we need to just put that sharp in. Good. Obviously, make sure your stems go the right way as well. So that one's all right, but these ones will all go down, won't they? Because they're now above the middle line. Yeah, good. Okay, that was really quick, that one. I'll just explain the accidental again for maybe if you didn't get it yet. I like that, and so on. Yeah, good.
Yeah, but why we started from second stave?
We've started from the line here. That's on the line.
Yeah, but first stave is below middle C.
This one isn't. So we're just thinking you could have done them anyway, couldn't you? Because it's a mixture. Going down probably would have been more proper, actually. Yeah. So that probably.
Oh, I understand them.
Oh,
started the
yeah,
line above.
sorry, I've started from this one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, well done, Shemak. Yeah, I just went from there, didn't I? And then we did that one. Yeah, okay. So let's do that then. Let's write out the top one and we'll do a little arrow. We'll do
So someone else can do it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do a
That would
little arrow.
as well be flat.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it's the same thing, isn't it? But are you getting to grips with this, the accidental thing? So what you have to do is look in the key signature and say, right, what is this note in this key? And then we'll do the same to it. Yeah, good. Yeah, so this will be on one line. Yeah, that'll be there. Yep. So you've got it. That first bar is fine. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Second bar, what we need to worry about then is this accidental, isn't it? So what we've got, the first note is an F in this key. This is a D that's been raised by a semitone. So we need to raise our F by the semitone. Just make sure the key signature's just got a B flat in, so the F's not affected. So what do we do to this note then?
F natural.
No. Okay, so this note here is the tonic or the root note of the key, and it's been raised by a semitone. This is now the root note of the new key. We need to raise it by a semitone. So what do we do?
Just sharp.
Yeah, because in the key signatures, it doesn't affect this note, does it? We've just got to be flat. So we don't have to consider it because it's not affected. So blah, 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 blah. Let's just do these ones again with the accidentals in, okay? So what we've got here, yeah, well, what we've got here is we have a note that has been, it's been lowered by a semitone, hasn't it? Because in the key signature, we've got a C sharp. So this one's been lowered.
So E flat.
E flat, well done. Yeah, now you got it, yeah, fantastic. We're really good. Okay, so in this one, somebody's very helpfully putting these on. Okay, so this time we've got a D natural. It's just making it natural to make sure that we know it's natural. It's not in the key signature, it's because it's been sharpened here. So we need to make that natural. And then we've got a D sharp there. So what do we need to do to this?
Lower semitone.
No, we've got a D sharp. So it's been raised, hasn't it? It's been sharpened.
So just sharp.
Just sharp, well done. Just the sharp, because it's natural in that key, isn't it, the F? So don't double sharp it. And that's it. Okay, good. Great, we'll do one more of these and then we'll move on, okay? I know it's kind of tough, isn't it? But that's what it is, unfortunately. Okay, so this time, okay, we are, what key are we in, guys? One sharp. G. Well done, G. We're going to move it. We're going to move it up a minor third. Okay, so what's our new key signature? We're in G. We move up 3 semitones.
A sharp.
B flat, because it's the minor third of G, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes,
so not A
yes.
sharp, B flat. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what's the key signature to B flat?
2 flats.
2 flats, well done. So that. We got 6, 8. Okay, so we're going up a minor third. So where does our first note go?
That's not
So have B flat, yeah.
Where does our first note go? It's
D.
just, yeah, well done. Yeah, fantastic. Okay. And then we just go as we've been going. Okay, we got an accidental there. So this note's been raised by a semitone. Okay, so that's a D. And it's now a D sharp. This one is now an F. Okay, it's not affected in here. So we need to raise this F by a semitone. F sharp. Well done. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Yeah, we need to carry on, put that in. Next accidental. Okay, so we've got
G sharp.
We've got a G sharp, well done. This time it's going to go a B, yeah.
B flat.
It's a B flat, isn't it, in the key signature?
So B natural?
Yes, Shema. Yeah, brilliant. That's the same note. Okay, now we're getting it. Brilliant. Okay, so this one is going to be, yeah, so in the original key, we've got an E sharp there. In the new key, so it's been raised by a semitone, hasn't it? In the new key, that becomes...
So E sharp, sorry, E sharp is F?
Not in theory, it's an E sharp. You can have an E sharp in theory, you just won't ever hear an E sharp.
So we're just counting from E, yeah?
Yes. Okay, so this time, this is a note that's been raised by a semitone, so we need to do the same with this. Okay, so it's this one, isn't it? So in the original key, it's an E sharp, not affected.
It should be G, I think, yeah? Or no?
Yeah, G sharp, well done, yeah.
G sharp.
Because it's not a B or an E, is it? It's B flat and E flat in this.
No, Kelly, just one moment, moment. So this second bar, yeah, and second note, it should be G sharp, I think.
Oh, hang on, we're moving up, aren't we? See how easy it is to get lost? Okay, so this one, that one's correct.
It was E sharp, yeah, so it should be G sharp.
Yeah, you're right. So we're moving up a minor third, aren't we, rather than down, so it should have been there. Okay, and then, I've done that wrong again, haven't I? So this one moving up should have been there. Well done. And then moving up again should have been there. Where are we? Fantastic. And then we need to account for this accidental as well, don't we? So in this case, it's an E sharp, so it's been raised by a semitone. In this case, it's a G, not affected by the key signature. So what do we do?
Up.
Yeah, we may need to make it sharp, don't we? And so on and so forth. Have you guys got the idea of that? Is that all right? Yeah, kind of. Well, once you get the book from me, once you get a copy of the book, you'll be able to go through and practice and give me it back and we'll be able to see. It's difficult to do like this, okay? So the next one we've got then, what time are we on? Okay. It's actually 5 o'clock. So has everybody had enough for today? Is that enough information? Do you think? So next week, what we're going to have a look at is this. I wanted to do a bit of this today, but we've run out of time. What we're going
to next week it will be like summertime or like course.
Yeah, it's still summertime for you guys, isn't it? Okay. It's still only the 20th or whatever of October today. So next week, what we're going to look at is this one, and it's, hang on, this one. So instead of moving up or down a third, we're moving up a fifth. So instead of, this one's moved down a fifth, so instead of going a third on that line, it's just moved down 2 lines. Do you see what I mean? So a third is down 1 line, a fifth is down 2 lines. So the same sort of principle, but obviously we need to work out how to move up or down a fifth. So I am going to, it'd be good if we could work that out actually on the little keyboard. So
It will be 5 semitones.
yeah, well, if we're in C, for example, the fifth of C is what? C, D, E,
F.
F,
G.
Sharp.
G. Yes, yeah, C, D, E, F, G. So that would be from there to there, wouldn't it? So how many semitones is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so 5 is going to be moving up or down 7, whereas a minor third is 3. Just check that again. So from C to G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sorry.
Yeah. So for example, if I was in the key of E and I wanted to move something up a fifth, what key would I be in?
B.
Well done.
G.
B, yeah. 1,
B.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. If I was in the key of, if I was in A and I wanted to move something down a fifth, what key would I be going to?
E flat, D sharp.
Okay, from A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
D.
D. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be doing a little bit of that next week. It would be really useful if you could have a little look at the handout, and then obviously when we come back next week we can just smash it then. And I think that's going to be it for transposition for your grade 5. All you've got to know is up and down a tone, up or down a minor third, and up or down a perfect fifth. Okay, so hopefully that
In
makes
second
sense.
as well. Yeah, we had
Pardon?
minor second as well.
No, major second. We haven't done minor second, because if we were in the key of F and we had to go up a major second, we'd be putting things in F sharp, and that gets to kind of 6 sharps and flats, doesn't it? So that gets a bit complicated. So if for grade 5, all you need to know is up and down a major second, up or down a minor third, and up or down a minor fifth. Okay, so next week we will finish off the transposition, and then we are actually, like I said, halfway through the grade 5 theory. So you guys are doing really well. When we get back, you'll be way ahead. Hopefully you'll be, everything I give you, you'll be like, oh, this is so easy, isn't it? So I'm going to stop recording now. Hang on, let me stop the share. That's the one. Okay, stop recording. So well done if you're joining us in the future.